Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. My name is Cephas Cardozo, and in this video I'll be talking about my experience when I cold call clients, okay? So let's get to it. So it was basically the month, okay, of February, in between of February and March, okay? This was the period of this year, that is 2024, when I actually cold called random prospects, okay? Random leads, random strangers basically, and I asked them if I could actually offer my marketing services to them, okay? Now over here I wanted to actually realize how does it actually feel cold calling clients, okay, cold calling prospects, cold calling leads basically, and understanding the sales part of the marketing system. So it was quite I had a lot of anxiety, okay, calling people, and I literally fumbled, okay, quite a lot, okay. And I called around, there were around 60 leads, basically 60 leads that I actually collected off of the internet, okay. So I understood like there is a marketing scope, right? Basically the region that you want to provide your services in. So I basically kept that scope according to my personal preference, and I collected and scraped off some leads, okay, through their Instagram, Facebook page, whatever. And I contacted them one by one, okay. That means I did some cold outreach, okay. By cold outreach I mean people I don't actually know, but I collected these as leads, okay. So what I did was I outreached them, and I created a small message, okay. Now I realized that messaging is not as quite effective, especially in India, right? You need to actually go and meet people physically, okay. And that is one thing that you need to remember in marketing in India, especially because businesses, right, they don't trust, especially due to the lots of digital scams that happen in India. You need to realize that you need to meet people in physically, okay, in India businesses basically, okay. So what happens over here is that it increases trust between you and the customer or your client basically, okay. Now my experience, right, when I actually called my first potential customer, client, okay, lead, I contacted him, and he was quite like down to earth, okay. He was a good person, and he literally asked me, I asked him if I could just have like literally 2 minutes of his time, and he said yeah, he's down for it. And he said, okay, like tell me what's up, okay. So I fumbled, okay. When I started fumbling, right, when you start fumbling, okay, that is a bad like communicative way of showing you as an unprofessional citizen, okay, or an unprofessional marketer, okay. And it happens to whatever. Basically as a beginner, right, I took this as a lesson, okay. I learned a lesson from this, and he was quite good, okay, the first client, but I could not offer my services unfortunately because of my basically I could say procrastination, okay. And I was scared to actually meet the client because of my fumbling, okay, because of me fumbling basically. What if I couldn't communicate properly with the client? And due to these small mistakes, right, or small reasons that head up in our mind, this is completely stupid, okay. You need to actually start putting in the action and literally start taking actions. And when you have these small habits, right, you realize that they compound and get you better as a human being, okay. Now I called him, and the process was simple, okay. Like I asked him if I could just have 2 minutes of his time. I told him my services, what services that I offer, and he asked me about the pricing model. So I said that I'll be sending you that, okay. So he said okay. Then I reached out to my second client, okay. My second client was a bakery, and she said that she's interested, okay, but she said she would call later, okay. So one mistake that I made is that, okay, just to realize that she never called back, okay. Like literally she never called back. And I won't blame the client, okay. It's my fault that I did not have basically a retargeting, or basically outreaching the client again, okay. So as a marketer, you should realize that business owners, right, they are very busy, and I completely respect that, okay. So as a marketer, you should realize that you actually have to outreach the client back again, okay. That means you retarget that customer again, and you ask that person whether he actually is interested in my services, okay. So if he's not, that's completely fine. It's that person's wish, right? So what happened over here was that I did not reach out again. So I kept on fumbling, and I kept on thinking whether I should contact the person back again, or shouldn't I, or should I, or should not. Like it kept on like going in my head, okay. So I never really contacted that person. And then the third, I kept on going like, okay. The third and the third to seventh lead did not actually pick my call, okay. So the call was some of the calls were busy, and some of them actually never existed, it seems. So either the business shut down or the business number really didn't exist, okay. And then I kept on calling. Around 10 people didn't really require my services, okay. And so basically I acquired around 8 people that were interested in my service, okay, properly. most of them wanted to actually know my services better. So they said that they would really love to have a meeting scheduled. Okay, so this was my experience, like understanding, right? So I realized good amount of lessons, okay, from basically cold calling people, okay, or basically potential clients. So then what happened was I started realizing that I can improve my skills much further. For the past 6 months, right, I've been trying so hard to improve my marketing services, okay, because when you have good skills, a good marketing system, right, you realize that you can be better than your competitors, okay. Now there should be competition, okay, like there will be people like me, there will always be people better than me and people who are not as good as you. This always exists, okay. And realizing that what you can do is to better yourself as a human, okay, or there will always be, you need to remember that whatever you do every single day, there will always be someone better than you doing better in life, okay. That's because they put in the hard work and the dedication to actually improving themselves. So that means you are not putting enough, okay, basically effort. So that's completely acceptable, okay. And by acceptable, I mean that you have to take action today, like you need to plan out stuff, okay. Now what happened over here was that for the past 6 months I've been developing my marketing skills, and the only thing I'm lacking is sales, okay. So whenever I actually contact or talk with people, I fumble, and the fumbling, right, basically even while talking on videos I try to repeat words or I fumble, like, you know, it kind of disrupts the flow of communication basically. So the only way to get rid of it is by actually doing stuff that can actually, you know, this remove the fumbling part, okay, or basically sales. Because when you do sales, right, you need to sound confident, and you need to be you need to look trustworthy. Not only trustworthy, you need to be trustworthy, and it should be faithful. When you give an approach, right, to your client, or you give a sales pitch offer, you need to realize that your client is the one who's listening to it. So when he feels, you might fumble a lot, okay, but when he feels that your communication has been done quite good, he will know that you're a professional service provider, okay. That means that you offer your services properly, and when you communicate efficiently, right, that means you have done this multiple times. You have repeated the sales pitch offer multiple times, which shows that you have compounded the communication skill, which shows that to the client's perspective, right, he will know that you have done this quite an amount of times, and this will work out for me. So confidence does matter over here, okay. So yeah, and I've realized multiple lessons as well, and I've been doing quite, I've been basically upgrading myself and understanding what else can I offer to my clients, okay, and basically, what else can I package up as an offer, and how to actually increase or better my sales pitch, my sales offer, okay. Now, this has been my experience for that month, and I'll be cold calling more clients soon, okay. So yeah, this was my video. Peace out. Stay, basically, keep grinding, keep hustling, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.